Gilchrist says she's taught twice as many midwives in Scotland as there are registered in BC. But that experience wasn't taken into consideration when federal immigration officials denied her work permit over a missing language test, leaving her at a loss for words.
What do I do? Where do I go from here?
Gilchrist, a native English speaker, moved to Canada looking for a fresh start after the loss of her husband, and now has a successful practice in Victoria. She says she had done the test, but the application she filled out last July didn't give her the option to upload her results, and the checklist that came with it didn't mention the test either.
It just doesn't make any sense. I need someone to lift their heads and understand that it can't be this faceless system when you have somebody as qualified as myself and you're pushing them out the door.
Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada's How to Apply webpage for postgraduate work permits now features a disclaimer that explains the special way in which the test must be uploaded. But that disclaimer was only added in December. That came well after scores of people were summarily denied for not including it.
And that phrase about throwing the baby out with the bathwater seems more relevant than ever as a midwife, because this is what's happening right now. You're going to have me leave, and yet you seem to be so proud of the people you're attracting, and I'm already here, and now I have to leave.
Gilchrist's denial put an immediate halt to her practice. And it comes on the heels of an announcement by the Ministry of Health touting progress in recruiting health professionals from the U.S.
We're not like doctors or nurses where there's a red carpet to welcome you in. Midwives sort of fall through the cracks a little.
Gilchrist says the ministry hasn't answered her pleas for help, even as maternity ward diversions become a regular occurrence across the province, something midwives could play an important role in relieving.
We don't have enough obstetrics doctors to cover major hospitals in British Columbia, and certainly there are regions that are quite underserved. And that means that women who are trying to grow their family are not going to have access to the care that they need.
The IRCC says it's working to make uploading language tests more straightforward and notes that denied applicants can apply for reconsideration. But after spending $60,000 out of pocket to get accredited and start a new life in BC, Gilchrist says she and her patients who have been left in limbo can't afford to wait for a resolution.
It's just not a good reflection on how I feel about being in Canada. Sorry.
Jack Rabb, City News, Vancouver.